We got this live. And boom. How's it going, everybody? And welcome to tonight's episode 5 of Epic Fail and Glory, the first age of episode 5. Yes. As we left off, the young adventurers had been doing some investigations and stuff like this after a failed attempt of a turning during the full moon cycle. And there was an attack. There was a wyvern that came and attacked and came out and said a specific name and all that, along with some cult members wanted that want lycanthropy to be free. They don't want it to be governed. They don't like the rules of the king and the city of For Sale. They don't like the moon wardens that go around and protect all these things that happened. And we also had a new member join us last session. We have the handsome and beautiful elf Valen, who's joined the group, and he got to meet them all last session as well. Um, with the battle that happened, though, that did transpire, Albel kept his distance, shooting the bow, getting it going, and this and that, as the rest of them kind of did their thing. Jam got a little too close for comfort and felt the pain as Varric and the rest of them just went to Pound Town, taking everybody out. Um, Getting a little deeper into investigation, you guys are looking for a few people. You're looking for a few people to possibly question, possibly try to get answers from, and this and that. So, with that being said, we start the session off in the inn that you guys have all been staying at. So, what is the first intent for these young adventurers to go forth and try to find out?
I wanted to find out if we could pin that avian flavored new king of thieves in town. If we can try and figure out who that guy is, that was one of my last things I got left with. But in town, I gotta find any news about Father
Dimas.
Dickman. Father Dickman. Yeah, he named that for a street in Brooklyn that I lived on. So, yeah, I want information on him. Who else has something they want?
So I'd like to find out, to begin with, if Fabian knows anything. I know we asked last week, but if Fabian knows anybody that may have any leads on the fox and his rats on their whereabouts.
Right.
Valen, along with Albel, would also probably know how to get into the lower aspects, the underbelly of each level. You guys have been here for a bit, so you guys would know how to get down into the underground areas. You may not know every little nook and cranny, but you do know the main thoroughfares that go through the underground portions of this pyramid-style city.
I know how to get lower into this place. In case you guys forget, we just gotta find a place that has a downward slope for water and follow the stream. Ultimately, it'll lead us lower into the city. That's smart.
That's all sounds fine to me.
And then, if we can't go any further, we use a hammer. Hit that spot on the ground. You know, the water decides to stay still and not go down anymore.
You do know that during the attack that the king was pulled away and this and that. Um, sometime following the next morning, you guys all got your rest and this and that. Everybody's back to full health. Um, and your story was told. So, um, I don't know if you're aware of that, Obel, but I think everybody did advance, right?
Yep, level 3.
Yeah, we're all level 3.
Okay.
So make sure that Obel's up to 3.
I can certainly do that right now.
The next morning, a courier arrives as you guys are all down having your morning breakfast and kind of discussing daily plans that you all want. A courier approaches and approaches you, Obel, and he also acknowledges you, Valen, as he looks at you and kind of gives a nod. But he approaches Obel because Obel doesn't carry silver.
Fair.
And hands you a note saying,
Against the wall, trying to look cool.
against the wall, looking cool. So hands you a note and says, the king sends word and requests that you and your friends here meet with him.
Understood. We will definitely make sure that we do that as soon as we possibly can. And then we'll relay the information to the rest of the party.
What, we got an appointment?
It sounds like it.
Alright.
Specifically with the king, of all people.
Yeah. These are people. Yeah. I mean, you guys want to go after the rat? Or we could go up the official channels first. I personally think that the information in the underworld probably moves a little more hour by hour than royal issues. So I'm all in favor of finding the rat first. If that's what you want to do.
I mean, I'm either or. What party wants to do?
We were considered after having a long rest, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm game. We can go down there and play rat catcher.
Yeah, the exterminators.
Alrighty. So, what is the direction that you guys wish to go? You want to go down below, or do you want to go see the king?
I think we all agree to try and go down, unless people didn't understand me correctly.
Alrighty. So, morning breaks and invitations put in the back pocket for right now, and then we go here. How do I get rid of this? All right.
Well, I'm gonna change up my. I'm gonna change my spell list.
As you go down to the dock area, you guys make your way down to the first basically area of the city of Fursell, and you're sitting there along the docks. You see all the shops, and then you do see several small tunnels, maybe 10 feet wide, that lead down into the underbelly of what would be the pyramid. You make your way down, and as you make your way down, who wants to give me like an investigation check or something like that?
Actually, as we find our way where there's an entrance to it, I want to actually look around to see if there's anybody who seems to be following us as we're on this path, because I don't think we've been able to be fully quiet about it. I don't think anybody's tried to be quiet about it specifically. So I want to stop and see if anybody's following us so we don't walk ourselves into a trap.
Go ahead. Give investigation, up, perceptions.
Yeah, I'll do perception. Let me. I want to give myself guidance too.
Guidance.
Yeah, if
Guidance.
I'm gonna do something, it'll be perception. For ooh, look at that one. That is a beauty.
Well, I don't know. It's not rolling. Hang on.
Someone got a 20.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was me rolling apparently. I thought I was trying to pick my die, but I was just rolling d20s. Yeah, so some good perceptions there. I didn't even roll the d4 on it. Damn. That's what I was looking for.
That's not what I want.
I believe. Sure.
I got a 17 on my perception.
It is not rolling for me. I'll have to let me restart D&D Beyond.
Just hit me with a real die. Hit it with the real die and let me know what you got.
When you opened it, did you make sure you put the features and traits tab? Or no, we're all in D&D Beyond. We're not doing Roll20, so never mind. You wouldn't even
No, yeah.
d4.
Yeah, it should. My computer's been a little pain, so let's see.
16 plus 6. 22.
There
Perception.
we go.
Boom.
case you use that.
14 perception.
All right. You guys don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. You don't really notice anybody following. With the natural 20, though, who had that?
That was my second one. I thought we did like a perception and an investigation basically.
Oh, okay.
You had gone between both of them, so I did one of each. I just didn't have my character sheet open, so I just tapped the d20 a few times. So I have a +6 on each of those.
Got Valen with a 22 on an insight check.
Investigation +2. I got 6 on perception.
I will say that out of the most part, Abel, you do recognize a few
a
markings
slight
on
idea.
the wall.
All right.
Is it anything I can read with thieves can't?
It is actually in Thieves' Camp. Abel noticed it pretty much out of everybody. Valen, you pick up on it as soon as you see him kind of reach to kind of look at, get like a better look at it. It is a symbol of basically, it's kind of like the Thieves' Cant word for fox.
Okay.
Well, then I will let everybody know we are on the right track.
Hey, you guys want to come up with your own little symbol for camp? Say it's us, like we were here, but only to some people.
Maybe at another time. This is kind of like in the midst of what we're doing. Let's kind of stay focused, Lamano.
Okay, I mean, the wandering badass.
I can
There.
definitely at some point come up with a symbol that's specifically for us.
I like it. Thank you. Yeah, another time.
So you guys make your way down. Go down for a little bit, and then you see basically a stairway that leads down further.
How wide is the stairway?
It's about 10 feet, so it leads down further. You do, if you guys go that way, you realizing that. Give me another insight or investigation. I wouldn't say insight. I'd say perception. I say it's perception or.
How about a 23?
Killing me, man. Holy crap! I will say that this is your city. Varric says, "I'm changing it."
I'm not from here.
So
I saw something earlier, but I ain't noticing nothing down here. This is like some underground stuff. I don't like being underground.
Next, please. Or, I mean,
Meanwhile, Albo is just like, even though I am a winged being that is best in the sky, I still know what the fuck I'm doing down here, and I know exactly where I'm going. I hope.
So as you make your way down, looking down into this tunnel, and you see, and there is a door down there, and above this door, above the door, it says sewage and water works. But you also catch the symbol again of the fox.
Exactly where I'd expect a bunch of rats to hang out. We're still on the right track, everybody.
Is
Alright,
this
so as you
chocolate
guys
fresh?
make your way down, you go down probably about, I'd say about 60 feet down. You'll realize you're going about 60 feet down. There's a large wooden door at the end of this staircase. So as you get down to this door, you guys check it. It is unlocked. It is easy to open. It does creak as you open it, but as you open it, it opens up. And about as you went 60 feet down, you'll look down. There's another. The staircase continues down for another 40 feet, so it's 100 foot down from this staircase. It's completely stone, it's completely carved sandstone, beautifully done. But as you look out, and on either side of the door, on the inside, is two lamps that flow out, and then walkways that lead to the right and left. You hear the sounds of heavy machinery. These machines, and also as you look out, you see what looks like mill wheels that are moving water. So in the distance, you'll see these actual mill-like looking wheels that you see in streams or rivers that push water, and you can see that it's moving water back up as it tears up, and it tears up, and it's almost like, as you look, you can see that there's multiple of these paddle wheels that keep going up and up and up and up. And then down off to the one side, you see a large pipe that comes out, and you see the water flowing down into this pool that this water wheel is now moving back up. So that gives you the insight that this is how they're pushing the water for the waterfalls from the top of the pyramid down through the gardens. So this water is constantly being pushed. And as you look down more further, you see these machines that almost looks like burners, and the temperature in here is even hotter and hotter as the stench of sewage kind of hits your nose at first. For those of you that don't live here and have never been down here, which we'll say that you guys have, both of you have been down here once. You and Abel and Valen have both been down here once. It's not a very clean place, but it's not the worst place in the world either. Even though you see the machines working and burning and doing their job to take care of the raw sewage that is there, you see that there are certain little walkways that go here and there. As you make your way down, you see if you guys look at the map, you see this courtyard kind of like area that you're in. Abel and Valen, you know that there is a fighting pit off to your right as you come down. And you know that it is run by a group of smugglers. You don't know as far as what connections they have with the Thieves Guild. But
The water that's being pushed up the stream, uphill, is it clean or dirty water?
This water looks very clean. So you can see that there is a separation. That there's a separation between like the sewage plant that handles all the sewage, and then off to you'll see off to the far side of this cavern area that's here. You see the water wheels, and you can almost see the structure that they built, like this, almost like a straight tower. It's like an open tower, but there's these water wheels inside this tower, and the water's being led back up towards the top.
It looks dwarven.
You would say that
Feels
it's possibly had a dwarven touch to it,
Yeah, that's just a guess.
but you
Right.
also you can also probably depict from it that there's a lot of gnomish influence
Ah,
here too.
gnomes could do it too.
I'd like to go ahead and do an investigation, looking at the stones all around, based off of what Lamano was saying. I don't want to key to it too much. That I'm actually doing some dwarven shit, but I'm looking around trying to see if there was some dwarven-esque type activity around here.
Okay.
See, so would you want that to be like a perception or an investigation or what?
That would be a stone. Is a stone masonry?
Well, that's no longer a skill.
I know. I know. I guess
I know
give
the
me
3.5 you're trying to go for. I know what you're trying to pull.
it would be perception. So just yeah.
Okay. Whichever one you wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and roll perception. Here we go. Bring it to me, Thumberchod. Ooh, I don't know nothing because I ain't one of those dirty mountain folk.
I might. I spent a lot of time in mountains. I'm try and make some sense of this.
Unfortunately, I did too, but I thankfully forgot a lot of it.
Well, it's for the best. Given that you're, not a dwarf, right?
So you guys make your way around. As you make your way through the courtyard, you can hear the chants and cheers and the boos coming from the pit area off to your right. You make your way down further, and from what you guys have understood is that if you go down past the pit, off to the right is like a workers. It's where like a lot of the workers stay and live, and help do things. There is a small market area, but in the center is where basically this forge area is at, and it just burns off. Abel, you do know that the Moon Warden has an outpost office at the far end over by the water wheels.
I'm most likely going to do what I usually do. I am going to either find the nearest source of information, which is usually a tavern, inn, or bar, or I'm going to find the nearest merchant-based area to try and find someone that I can potentially talk to about information about the area and if anything strange has been going on.
Have we seen any people?
Say again?
So you have
Say again, Lamano. He didn't quite catch what you said.
People. I'm sorry. I was trying to bring up my character sheet and I spaced. But have we seen some people to talk to yet?
there's people all over. There's this. It's almost like a busy underground city. It's very busy down here. You see a lot of people like in basic work clothes, moving here and from, and you do see a few females with small children carrying like sacks or a backpack in general, moving from different shops.
Yeah. Which Albel is either going to go to the nearest shop stall to talk to whoever is shopkeeping that, or the nearest tavern or bar. I admittedly cannot properly read this map. It is in colors that I struggle to see.
Alright,
I think it was AI generated. Some of
It
the stuff
was.
is very difficult to read, and some of the markings.
I'm just using it as a reference. So
Yeah,
like
it's just a
there-
reference.
It's not even
So,
that it's AI generated, it's just that it's in colors that I can't see. So I'm going to assume that because it's a underground thing that it's most likely in a lot of reds and browns.
Yeah, browns and oranges and light yellows, couple purples, neon purples.
I can see the purples, but that's about it.
Okay. So you
So-
do know that there's an iron. There's an iron in the Iron and Instinct Forge. There's a forge there. You have the Howling Crucible, uh, and then you have the Soft Paw Provisions, which you know that would be like a lot of edible general store type stuff, and then the Moon Shard Relics, and then you also have the Moon Wardens, and you have the down here on the Merchant Row. So as you guys would basically pass through all the machinery and stuff, you would make it to Merchant Row.
Okay, then yeah, he'll go to the nearest
Which-
shopkeep and
which Merchant Row would be here?
yes, okay, so that would be where he would go. Is that he would go to the Merchant's Row and find the first shopkeep that he can find, and walk up to them and. So how is business going? Hopefully it's going well. I have a couple of questions, and I need you to at least attempt to be as honest with me as possible.
I'm gonna lean against a wall again, just trying to keep an eye on things so that people don't sneak up, try and take anything from her.
So you make your way over into basically the first shop that you would come to would be the Iron Forge. And basically like what he does is he uses the heat off the burner itself to self-generate his own forge. So he's using the heat off of the burner for the sewage to help heat his own kiln. So as you walk in, hey, how can I do you? Abel, long time.
Yeah, it has been quite a while, hence why I am checking in on you, seeing how you're doing, and inquiring on some information, because I've been told some interesting things that have potentially been going on down here, and I want to make sure that everyone is okay and safe.
Everything is as it is, but I see that you've brought the elf.
Yes,
It's wonderful to
I
see
have
you
brought
too.
company with me.
Okay. Anything new? Well, the wardens have been pretty busy looking
That's-
looking for saboteurs, and they've been getting old Red Tooth a hard time. He kind of deserves it, though. You know what I'm saying?
I somewhat do. That's actually where my inquiries are, is, I'm not 100% sure anymore who exactly is in the right or wrong in this situation, and as you know me, I am very much the type that I prefer to know, so that if someone is doing wrong, they can be corrected.
Well, what happens in the underdark areas and the undercity belly usually stays in the underbelly. Redtooth has been trying to stretch his legs of late, but not to a point where he would piss off the king. But if you want to talk to him, he's just a few blocks behind us.
Okay.
I
I definitely.
I gotta say,
Hmm.
once we're out of earshot, I actually have something to say, but we haven't left the story yet.
Um, I definitely appreciate the information. It's been a journey, and not everyone has been truthful and honest with us to the point that we have had more than a few conflicts that did not need to happen. So I am attempting to try and do this with as few casualties as possible. So I appreciate your honesty and I appreciate your time. Hopefully your business is doing well.
I could always use a little coin here and there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt to
Well,
make
Yeah.
some money.
true and
But I
fair.
don't sell silver. As he links a glare at Valen.
It's always a
it's-
pleasure. I'll definitely put in a good word for you for the Moon Wardens for sure. As I flick him a piece of silver up on the counter.
Albel also will take a couple of gold coins and place them on the counter and slide them towards him as thanks for the information, and then takes the silver coin and pockets it.
For that, you can use the back door. It's right here.
While they're doing that, Varric goes ahead and nudges Jam in his hip again, as he always does when he sees Albel and them messing around. Looks like they're having a coin measuring contest.
Albel,
yeah,
upon
I think.
sorry,
I think Apple's winning this time.
When doesn't he?
We getting out of here?
yes, as soon as Albel gets the information and pays the gentleman for the information provided, he will go through the back door. And as soon as they are out of earshot, he notices that Lamano wants to speak to him, and so will step off to the side to hear what he has to say.
You know,
So that
you
is-
just signed us up for a fight. Or you got us involved with somebody who I have a feeling at some point in the near future we're about to hurt. You know that's what you just signed us up for. At least that's what they're thinking. Just because we had this conversation, I mean, this information's gonna get around.
Yes.
They'll come find us. They'll find them now.
So, here's my logic. It is better that they come to us
Is it?
than them. So,
I'm just saying,
this
it's very
cuts
likely
down
that we
some of
kill them there.
our having to hunt for them because they will eventually come to us. I was also very specific that it is me looking for the information, not the people I am with.
Yeah. You got people who are like 6 foot to 8 foot tall who walked into a room with you and stood against the wall while you had this conversation, and it's just for you.
Yes, but I did also specify that you were my guests, not people I
Right.
am.
Yeah, we're involved. It's okay. Just making sure you know what we're in for. I'm not angry about it. I think it's pragmatic. It's fine. We should still go and find them anyway.
It's very much a situation
mean,
of I apologize for not
all-
asking permission,
No, you're good.
but
No, I'm
it
fine
is
with it.
also I wanted to make sure that as few people get hurt as possible, as I said to this gentleman.
Sure. No, I'm just saying. We are,
But also in
Well,
my
we-
mind, all of you are very strong and powerful people.
Yeah.
Uh,
that's why I'm saying I'm fine with it. It's okay. I'm just saying what would happen. Let's go.
but so hopefully the seed is planted and the person that we are looking for is either A, going to come to us, or B, avoid us and avoid
Right. They might-
potentially trying to draw attention to him because now he knows he is being looked for.
Actually, you know what? That was my silly idea. It's like, if we have anything that's stable in our existence, we look for that staying stable. And that's where they'll be hiding.
True.
So as you guys make your way through the back door, it leads into a large open area, and then you can see up on top there. It's kind of like there's about a 10-foot set of steps that lead up to this open platform, and leads into like almost like an auditorium. But as you walk in, there is 2 torches that sit at the top of that, and that's the only light that's kind of spread out into this area. There is a soft glow of other things, but there is a lot of shadows all around. as you lead through this area, and standing at the top of the steps and kind of doing like a dance as he steps his way down, almost like Fred Astaire or Sinatra. He just kind of does this little thing and slides to the bottom. And he's got like this silver-looking chain, but it's not actually silver, but it's just bright. He kind of flips it around and then grabs it and puts it in his pocket. The name is Red Tooth.
Oh, actually.
I heard that you're looking for me, Abel.
I
How
am
you
indeed.
doing, Phelan?
Red Tooth, always a pleasure. What have you done to piss off the Moon Wardens now?
Oh, I haven't pissed them off at all. They're in my pocket.
I don't know. Maybe the ones down here, but not the ones on the surface.
They always talk a good game. But anyways, I really have been wanting to talk to you guys, so glad you came. I need you to find Jorgen for me. There's a lot more that you guys just don't understand.
That's actually why we're here, and exactly why I was trying to find you, because I want to understand.
Well, Jorgen's not a thief at all. Well, I won't say that he's not a thief, but he's not a true thief. I'm willing to offer you all, as a lump sum, not each, 1,000 gold. And safe passage while you're here in my network.
Well, it sounds like quite the prize.
Jorgen is the one that sabotaged the glyph. And I'd really like to know what he's up to in my city. Because if he plans on doing any theft, which I've heard that he's trying to steal something of high value, but have not been able to locate what it is. But at the same time, I'll pay you all 1,000 gold and safe passage while you're here within my domain. But I want
Are you
Jorgen
doing
brought
that?
before me.
Well, I do not know about my companions, as I am doing this solely for myself, but I personally will accept this request. If they wish to tag along, they are welcome to join me.
Just took 1,000 gold for it. Of course, I'm gonna want to have some part in that. That's a reasonable incentive to do a lot of things.
Sounds like a month off at the beach to me, but speaking
I
of
don't
speaking of
I don't need to
territory
turn-
there, Red Tooth,
Sure. That's absolutely reasonable.
His territory is very expansive compared to what people are in the know of.
speaking of territory, I've seen Shadowfeather has some markings that's encroaching a little bit on yours.
Yeah, that's Jorgen.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you've all met him. He's
Yeah,
very high
exactly.
class. He acts like he's richer than he really is. Says he's a man of antiquities.
Mm.
Does
Secret
he
weapon
have-
stands.
Does he go by the alias Joseph Storm?
That's new to me, but it sounds like it would be him.
I do have a question for you, Mr. Redtooth. So you're saying that Mr. Jorgen is the one that was part of that attack last night?
I believe that Jorgen was the one that helped initiate the sabotage.
You part of the Children of the True Moon, or was he? Do you think he's just a hired gun?
I don't think he was a part of any cult. I think he's something outside of that because he's not from Purcell. He's from somewhere else out I don't know if he's from Masand or from Ryzelgan itself.
All right, so he's an
I
upstart.
would like to insight that to see if he was lying.
Okay.
Oh, a 9.
From what he's telling you, he doesn't seem to be lying to you at all at this point. Like everything he's told you is he's telling you what he wants and telling you what he knows.
Albo definitely believes it because he knows Redtooth well enough to know that Redtooth has too much of an ego to allow someone to do what this person has been doing. Redtooth also has a lot of pride, and based on what I can recall from previous sessions of what has been said, he's not the type to risk lives if it is going to put risk on him and his people.
So, someone give me a perception check,
I can.
or
Just
all
roll.
of you.
20, dirty 20.
I got a 17.
Abel, you would have noticed it kind of like at the end of the movement, but as you look up, Valen, you do see about 20 crossbows covering the open area that you guys were standing in.
Fantastic.
Looks like you've added on some more troops since last I've been down here. Good job.
Mike, check.
You're good.
Okay.
So, no more than usual. Say we've been kind of pulled back anyways because, like you said, the Moon Wardens have a job to do. And it doesn't make business good if I can't move throughout the city. So with the Moon Wardens doing what they doing, that's why I'm offering you 1,000 gold to bring Jorgen to me.
I kind of figured that was going to be the case because this man seems to be making business very difficult for you right now.
Are you planning on killing him?
That is up to him. But there is a fee in order to steal in my city. If he's going to do any stealing, any theft, regardless of what he's doing with the Moon Wardens, I don't give two shits what he does with the Moon Wardens. Moon Wardens don't mess with me. I pay them. They leave me alone. My money's my money.
I personally do not care what happens to this gentleman, considering he has put innocent lives at risk on multiple occasions, and at this point has proven that he is quite the menace. So if you can deter him, at least, from continuing his eccentric behaviors and tendencies, it would be greatly appreciated. I would prefer him to stay alive, if only because more dead bodies means more Moon Wardens causing issues for people.
Yeah, they don't have to start a fist fight.
But also, I am not opposed to extreme measures to ensure that more innocent lives do not come to harm.
Alright, just make sure you know what we're doing. It's okay.
So,
Let's do it.
Redtooth, would you like to fill us in on everything you know about Jorgen? I know you know more than what you're saying now. And another good question is he a were creature or not? Should I use regular weapons or my special brand of weaponry?
Jorgen is human.
Well, that'll make it cheaper when I shoot at him, I guess.
And
20 cents a bullet.
information's not cheap. And information is very important to those who have it.
Albo takes the not so subtle hint and hands him a few gold coins for the information.
He just paid us 1,000 gold.
He hasn't paid us yet.
Well, he ain't paid nothing yet because you haven't brought
Right.
Jorgen to him. But
Consider it an investment towards the 1,000 gold later.
Obel, I understand that you really feel like there's a price on information, as such as a material item. See, prices vary between favors, things of need, and then there is currency. Yes.
Yes, there is a large variety of currency. Usually it is gold. I am assuming you wish for something other than gold. He puts gold coins back in his pocket.
He wants us to be bounty hunters.
I'm asking
Fine.
you to bring Jorgen to me. I can make
Yeah,
no promises whether I kill him or not.
Okay. You know what we're dealing with.
But at the same time, that's how it works, right? I pay you, I get what I want. If I don't get what I want, then I pay somebody else.
True.
Okay.
It's better it comes
Until
from
I
us
get
than
what I
someone
want.
else.
And you guys have a face on the surface that not an eye would be batted. I'll put in a word with the Moon Wardens. The message will be sent up through the rest of their ranks to let you do your investigation without interruption.
That is definitely appreciated.
But if the Moon Wardens happen to be present during an altercation or something like that, that is out of my hands. That is totally on you.
And as we've already established, I have many ways of bringing combat into my favor if it comes to that.
Yes, you stand next to 3 giants, at least.
Oh, I would like to make a verbal note. Upon leveling up, I acquired. I already forgot what it was called.
Lupus Apsimus. Great feat.
That's great.
Necrotic Shroud. Creatures other than allies within 10 feet of you must succeed on a charisma saving throw or become frightened of you until end of your next turn. Once on each of your turns, you can deal an extra 2 necrotic damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or spell. It is basically it's an aura around myself that also has a physical permeation of necrotic energy.
Okay.
What's
How long does it last?
It actually does not say.
I mean, is it from a subclass that you got from getting third
Yes.
level?
It is part of
With
my
separation, right?
celestial revelation.
Celestial. So what's the
It's from-
subclass you took?
It's from being an Athmar.
Yes, it is
Oh,
just
from
from
being
being
an
an
racial-
Athmar.
Okay.
Basically, my
It's a
wings.
racial feat.
Basically, my wings. Your eyes briefly become pools of darkness and ghostly. Flightless wings sprout from your back temporarily. It is basically an aura around my wings that makes them look dark and ghostly. It also does the same with my eyes. And it creates a
Great.
frightened feature as well as allowing me to add necrotic to my attack. It is a bonus action.
Death Wind of the Seas. Albel.
You
So-
might want to write that one down.
How well do you know this other guy?
I like that.
I didn't hear what was said. I heard death something.
Oh, I said Death Angel from the Seas. Albel.
Yes, I like that title. I'm keeping that title.
Sure.
But so yes, Albo does have an added intimidation bonus action now, apparently.
Don't take it too far.
I make 0 promises.
0 promises.
Considering the shit Albo has done. Just on
Alright.
accident.
They really coming clutch that last fight. That's all I'm saying. Don't go too
Listen.
far.
Listen.
Yep.
I try my best not to scare or kill anyone.
That's fine. Some people have to die. It's just a matter of perspective and volume before it becomes tyrannical.
I still haven't forgotten that first encounter where I accidentally terrified the fuck out of all of our opponents just by having my wings appear. And now
Right.
I have an aura to my wings.
I'm
Anyway,
just saying,
sorry.
while we're in civilization, why don't we not break into any degree of fighting with anybody?
Agreed.
I'd rather fight something outside of civilization, because inside here there's always a lot of consequences.
Plus, on top of that, admittedly, there's not a whole lot of space to properly fight. So, I will
I
attempt
only need
to
about
avoid
5 feet.
combat.
You know, well, yeah. How wide are the streets here?
Where you're at, it's probably 40 to 45 feet across, circular opening that you're in, with a 10-foot staircase that leads up to an open platform, almost like an auditorium. Two of you have already recognized that there's about 20 crossbows pointed in onions at the same time, as
Okay.
Red Tooth is kind of sitting down in front of you. Yeah, I mean, it's all open area. There are, if you look to where the door you guys came through, there is 2 smaller 5-foot wide tunnels that lead on either side of his shop back out into the main area. But yeah, but as you look up off, actually you guys came through, off to your right, you would see those water mills off to the right that lead up.
Are you able to put that map back up?
I'm kind of giving like how I'm seeing it. I mean, it's not really going to be like the map.
No, but it gives a good
So-
rough idea.
So like you guys came through, let's see, where's my pointer?
North City Gate.
So you guys came through his shop through this way, and you're kind of like up in here, and then this is actually like, this is going to be like a raised this whole area here is like a raised platform. So
Okay.
like there's a staircase leading up, and this is all raised, but it's all in that area. And then off here to the right, you see the water wheels in this area that lead up, back up, leading the water back up. So,
Cool, that gives the
But
idea.
yeah. but it's just kind of give the concept of what you're seeing. So, like this whole area that you're looking at's a raised platform looking down on you guys that are standing like just basically at the back door of Old Boy's shop. And Abel, you do know his name. His name is Toby, the shop owner.
I approach Toby
All right.
and greet him.
So, are these guys actively like crossbows trained on us, or like can we walk out of here?
Do you ask that, or or is that
Yes.
above table?
That's what I say.
If you're asking Red Tooth if you can walk out of there, he's like, "Yins are free to go."
All right, thanks.
Albo does wave to Toby. He's like, I recognize this.
Well,
person I'm going to
Toby's
name.
the shop. Toby's the shop owner that lets you go through the back door.
Oh,
Cool.
That you paid a few gold to let him through.
oh, okay. I misunderstood that. I thought it was one of the archers.
Thank you. Yeah, we're helping you with your thing. See ya.
Lamano's like, I know.
I mean, they don't have to help me with this. I will
So
happily
as
go
we're
do it by
as we're
myself.
exiting, I'm just looking at them and I'm like, so we're helping
Yeah, I just start walking through.
criminal.
I
Why not?
personally
I think
am
we're helping a
assisting.
bad guy stop a worse guy.
We don't believe he's actually necessarily a bad guy. I feel like we should actually do a little bit of investigation as to how terrible he runs his empire. And if he doesn't, then I don't care if he gets away with crimes. But if he's a monster, no. I think we should fuck him up.
But the guy that we're going to find for him, we don't know what he did, or we do know what he did.
We do
Nah,
know
that's
what
what I'm
he
saying.
did based on
Right.
what we have been told from the Mood Wardens as well as from Red Tooth. We have confirmation of what the Moon Wardens already suspected was going on, which is
Well,
why I
quick.
wanted to talk to Red Tooth.
But we know for a fact Red Tooth is dirty.
Yeah,
To a
what did he
degree,
do?
yes.
He's a
from-
bad guy.
So
right?
from what you know
Bad.
is that Red Tooth is the leader of the Thieves Guild.
Leader of the Thieves Guild. And you're saying that the information that we got from the Moon Wardens is corroborated by the information we got by Red Tooth, but Red Tooth is talking to the Moon Wardens to give permission for us to do what we need to do, which sounds like he has the Moon Wardens on the take. So the information we got from them is basically the information we got from him. I
He
mean,
really he wants a thing done that's not tied to him.
Basically,
We're relatively
it's a,
new, right?
It's basically it's bad for business, and the Moon Wardens want this person taken care of, regardless of whether it is bad for Red Tooth's business or not. What matters is this person is causing harm to others. Red Tooth just also happens to have the added issue of there's something that he is planning that fucks with Red Tooth's business. So Moon Wardens want him gone because he is a detriment to society. Red Tooth wants him gone because bad for business.
yeah, I'm still not understanding why I necessarily trust the Moon Wardens if they're on the payroll of him.
At this point,
I don't.
Sam takes his axe, puts the handle on the ground, holds the blades, and goes, "What I
All
do
right.
know,
So what can you
is-
guys tell me? What
Oh,
why
Hold
you-
on. What were you
Yeah.
saying, Jam?
what I do know is that last night, a young lion lycanthrope died, and a bunch of civilians watching him died as well. And what I'm being told is that this Jorgen fella had a hand in it. I would at least like to find him and get a conversation. I don't like the idea of working with Red Tooth, a criminal, but I don't know for a fact that he's killed someone. And
Right.
but if Jordan is involved, I know that he has.
At some point when we're
You know
not
that
in,
you're being told that he has.
Yes.
Right, this-
So we can
But
at
we
least
do need
find
to
him.
talk to him. I at least agree with that.
I want to
Start
ask
with
some
the
other
conversation.
people.
Now what,
Go ahead.
Lamana?
I want to ask some other people about this guy,
Which guy? Jorga or Red Tooth?
Jorgen.
I would like to know more information about Jorgen too. Because otherwise it just feels like I'm doing somebody's dirty work. I don't necessarily trust where all the information's coming from, but someone's saying, hey, you give me this guy, what I do with him is my business, but I'll give you a buttload of money. That just
Yeah,
seems
okay.
very awkward to me.
You're being paid to strong arm somebody. That's what I'm saying. I'm actually just gonna try and figure out what the impact they have on their society. I want to just like maybe spend 1, 2 days around them, see if they're like decent people themselves before we go on with that. But it's okay. We'll learn about what they are anyway.
Yeah.
Uh,
Albo, I forgot what your captain's name was. I'm sorry. What was it?
So the ship captain, Silverfin.
Yeah, your ship captain,
Captain Silverfin.
Yes.
Silverfin. Yeah. How long did Captain Silverfin say we had in town while he was resupplying and getting ready to go back?
3 or 4 days.
I believe it was 3 or 4 days. Yes.
3 or 4 days, and we've basically been here a day.
That's day 2.
This is
Right.
day 2.
So we'll at least just take a walk around this neighborhood.
We at least have, I would say, until the night before we need to leave to go ahead and. So we got like 36 hours to do this.
All right. Well, you guys, if you want to talk more about it, that's cool. I will spend 1 hour walking a couple blocks away to get some Gatorade and then come back so I can see the neighborhood he's in. If he like keeps the neighborhood looking shitty, in my opinion, then I'm not exactly for him. But I'm fine with getting somebody else who's also bad off the streets.
I mean, from what you've seen so far, other than the smell, it's just like any other like inner city. So I mean, you got your basic back. It's all like back alleyways of a major city. Is what you see down here with machinery and equipment. And...
Does it look like rundown?
No, it seems to be well maintained. I mean, the smell is kind of what gives it like that nasty, visual of like, this is horrible, this is nasty, it smells so bad down here. But after, from what you're done, from the time you've been down here, you realize that that's not so bad once you get used to it.
No, I realize it's sunk enough into me that I don't smell it as much. That's what it is. We'll come out of there smelling like this.
Once you've walked by a pig farm, you've walked by all of them. So.
True.
Right. When we actually get away from the pigsty like smelling area, I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy on everybody, which will get rid of the sweaty feeling, all of the problems from being smelly as well. It's a great little side effect of thaumaturgy.
Looking to Valian and Albo, is there any other areas down here we might be able to get some information?
That is precisely why I went to Merchant's Row originally, that is one of the best places to get information that is not tied to Redtooth or the Moon Wardens. That and taverns.
We should go to another side of town.
Well, I mean, we could always go to the fighting pit and just kind of listen in on the hearsay back and forth, so...
True. That is another place where we can potentially overhear information.
Hey, Duck.
Yeah.
I know this is a map that you used from something else, so I'm just checking for references. Is this Sundered Den thing, underground market, accurate? Like that whole area around the pit is like an underground market?
So
like
the workers' passage here is like where everybody lives.
No, north of that. The block that you have mentioned called the Sundered Den. Do you see what I'm talking about? Maybe if I can go up here.
So this is the Sundered Den. So this is basically the pit. So this area here is like you got the pit.
Yeah, this
you got
right here.
You got Abel. From what you guys are saying, Abel, you would know another guy named Vesh. You might be able to get some information out of Vesh. And then you have You have Cratch Embervane.
uh, which Albo.
Cratch Embervane. He sells. You know that he's been known to sell illegal shit. And then you have Tess. Tess sells cloaks and stuff like that.
Which Albo will mention that those are both, all three of those are good sources of not related to Red Tooth or the Moon Wardens for potential information, and that they will be around the pit. So if people want to go to the pit to listen in on conversations with the crowd while Albo does his little negotiating for information thing.
If I'm correct, you guys had told us when we first came in the pit was an area that people fight, right?
Yes, correct. But it is also surrounded by a market, so it is a very good place for information from both the fighting crowd as well as the merchants. In fact, one of the merchants specifically sells information.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm thinking out loud, out of character. If I'm not mistaken, Jam, you're a paladin, so you should have a decent charisma.
Really good.
I am spitballing what I'm thinking out loud to the group. Well, we can try and collect information two ways. We can listen through the crowd, like you were mentioning, Aldo. But I think it might be better if Lamano does the listening in the crowd, because I believe you and Valian, your faces are kind of known down here, or at least known in Free Soul as not necessarily being of the crooked type, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, I've been down here one time. I don't know these people.
But, no, I know about you, Lamano. I was talking about Valian and Albo.
Right?
So,
But yeah,
Cam, what you could potentially do is you could go ahead and like broker me into a fight, and while you're bidding on me, try and get information from some dirty person you're bidding with.
the best way to get a good fight is to get into a fight outside the ring over something, because then you'll like start some beef, and cities will want people to want to watch you fight, because you'll be the guy who fucked up that other guy, and then you get to fight him, and people will come out.
I would say we let Albal go and ask for information by himself, because Valen he's known, but he's not very well liked. He's the guy that carries around the silver that will take down a were creature. So everybody here is pretty much were creatures.
Yeah, that's why I was saying you and Albal not asking the questions, because you guys aren't the ones that are probably going to be liked. Albal from reputation, you also from reputation. That's why I was saying Lamano going around and doing the listening and talking to people.
Cool. I'm still gonna go back to my church of Talos that's in town. I just,
Oh, so you're leaving?
yeah, I'm gonna go to the Church of Talos, where, I mean, I think that's a way to pursue some other vein of gaining interest, and, yeah. So,
I do agree with Varric's plan of having Jam insert him into the fight, because it is better to fight in the pit than it is outside the pit, if only because people are more liable to give you information for a fight that is going to make them money.
are you kidding? Anybody can speak to anybody. All you have to have is the absolute illusion of power. It might not even come down to a fight. It might be something where they almost immediately give up. Then nobody actually has to die on our side. I plan on going back to my church, however, and asking their opinion on some of this, because I feel like I need some guidance from my church. I don't know what his opinion of these guys is.
I think you should go check the church.
Yeah, so before I end up killing either of them, and see what the Church of Talos has to say.
We'll catch up with you.
All right.
You want to start?
So Lamano's going back topside.
So I take it we're heading to the pit, right?
Yes. Is it a double door to the pit, or is it a single door?
As you go make your way through, you kind of pass. Here I am pointing at it when I should be trying to think it. So as you come through, you basically go back through the shop here. Come back through, making your way through. You walk through, basically come back around all the way around here. So basically, so it takes you about 10 minutes of walking, trying to get in and around people and carts being moved, baskets, kids running around, this and that. But as you make your way over, there's a small staircase that leads up. It's pretty much like an auditorium style aspect that you saw over at Red Tooth. As you go up about 10 feet, you realize it's all enclosed like a big dome. There are several shops all the way around. And then you see in the center, it's almost like bleachers all the way around this pit, as there's one entrance that leads in and down into a pit that's about probably a 20 by 10 feet deep, but 20 foot round circumference.
On the way over, Valen's gonna pull the cloak over his head and kind of pull it tight so people can't see the weapons or his face without really looking.
Okay. You guys make your way over there, and is there a shop that you wanted to go to first, Abel?
Albo
You're
would
on
most
mute.
likely.
You might be away.
Sorry. Elbow would most likely head straight for either Vesh or Tess first.
You could consider getting a magic item, something that's group oriented.
So we'll say that when you come in, as you come in, you notice that Tess would be the second shop up on the left, and Vesh would be. So they're basically across from each other. So Tess is on the left and Vesh is on the right, on opposite ends of the fighting pit. So it depends on which way you want to go, left or right.
I want to just know what. Oh, they're still going. Sorry.
You're in the tipple.
Right.
All right.
I'm gonna roll a d4 to figure out which direction Albel goes. 1 or 2 is left, 3 or 4 is right. So he goes to the right.
To the right.
All right. So going to Vesh.
Yes.
All right, so you go over to the right, going over to Vesh's shop, and basically it's a shackle board building that's just been built into the side of this spherical dome area that you're in. It's ramshackle as all get out. As you go to the front door, it says it basically says information on above the door. It just says Vesh's info. And as you go in, you knock on the door.
Somebody's having fun making signs with the guidance spell. I get it.
So if you guys knock on the door,
Albel does knock, yes.
Sure.
come in.
Albel steps through the door.
Oh, Bubble.
It's
Heard a
been
lot
while,
about
actually.
you.
We haven't talked in quite a while, so I figured I'd stop by and see if you have any useful information for me pertaining to the ongoings between all of the factions and the absolute chaos that has recently come to light upstairs.
Well, you know that things cost a pretty penny. So it depends on what you're asking. But we can do it either way that you want. Do you want line by line, or do you want all the fixings?
Well, I would prefer all of the fixings. And as he says this, he takes a handful of gold coins out and is just casually flexing them in his hand so that they make a nice clack.
Okay. Well, 10 gold to start, and then anything that might cost me my life will drastically increase.
Which is reasonable. I don't want you to give me anything that would potentially cost you your life, because that defeats what I am attempting to do.
We're fucking rich. Give them money. It's fine. You're kidding. Just give them money. When you have this much money,
You are in the temple.
what I'm gonna do with my money.
Albo will still give her all the money. It's just he wants to not have her put her life at risk if he doesn't have to. He will.
All right.
He will specifically ask about the person. I already forgot his name. I know it starts with, I think it's Jorgen. Jorgen.
Jorgen.
Jorgen. Oh, cool! I actually remembered it.
Jorgen the jerk cat. Just kidding.
Yes. Albo will ask about Jorgen, and if she knows anything about him outside of the events that happened upstairs. To start with.
Jorgen. Yes. There are a lot of many different sources of information. Some say that he stands and stares at things all day long up on the surface. And others say that he's plotting to steal something special.
Alright.
Do you potentially happen
No.
to know what he is planning to
You
steal?
mean physical manifestation? Like of some truth, and I'm not there. Sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
Well, there
I
are
apologize.
different things within this city that are worth a lot. But there's one thing, or some things in particular, that are worth more to anyone in the world throughout all of Ring Terrell. And that would be the wooden artifacts
I see.
made by a certain individual. It is said that he has a priceless puzzle box that he has only made 3 in its entirety, and 2 of the others are not even on this world.
Interesting.
So this box is a rarity, an impossible find, and whoever owns it would have a fortune. Not even Red Tooth himself would dare to steal this.
Okay.
I mean, who in their right mind would steal from a god?
Ooh. Okay. So that is definitely important and intriguing information. Um, so what you're saying is that this Jorgen person is planning on attempting to potentially try and steal from a god, and has absolutely nothing to do with Red Tooth or the Moon Wardens, correct?
Yeah, Jorgen has nothing to do with any of that.
Uh, can you potentially... I understand that if it is life-threatening, you do not have to reveal the information. Um, Tell me whether the rumors are true that he was involved with the glyph tampering.
I I don't see him having anything to do with the tampering. But then again, he could. If a good enough distraction was put into place, then I could see that he would probably be the right person to place it. But it's something that would take a lot of casting. So I don't see Jorgen casting spells.
Okay, so he's not a
So-
spellcaster type.
I think that maybe he might have caused a diversion to allow cultists to go in and do such a thing. From what I know of Jorgen, is that he is not a magic user, a sorcerer, a cleric, a cult member. But I do believe that he is working for somebody. But nobody in this city. I think that he has been offered money to create a diversion and giving the cultist time to mess up the wards on the circle.
Okay, so you don't.
That
think
is
he
that is
was-
my firm belief.
So, based on what I am hearing you say, you don't think he was directly involved with the glyphs. You think he was the distraction for the glyphs.
I do believe so.
Okay.
And I think he's been enough of a distraction to even cause the Moon Wardens to now shift their focus on every aspect at this point because the attack happened. Oh, excuse me. Anyways.
I
So,
see.
anyways, we're going to just call it this. Jorgen is not from here. He's not from for sale. He was sent here to do something. From my rumors and my reports that I have is that he spends a lot of time watching certain areas of the city. Most of his days he spent near the gates, near certain halls, and he's even been seen strolling past certain wood making shops or woodcraft shops. Other than that, he's not as rich as he lets on to be. He is a very light pickpocket that steals when he needs, steals what he needs to accomplish what he wants. He'll lift a purse to be able to eat well, drink well, and lay with who he wants. But other than that, he is a fraud. I do believe that he's here to steal the puzzle box of Pocketbee.
Okay. I definitely thank you for the information. You have actually confirmed the suspicions of a friend that there was more to this story than originally appeared. I thank you for this information, and here is payment as promised.
Thank you.
And if you find out any more information, and Alba will slide another handful of gold coins her direction, I do hope that you will find a way to get that information to me.
Most certainly. But that strapping young man over there looks like he needs to be in the pit making some extra money. I'd put 100 on him.
Just so you're aware, I didn't actually go in the shop. That's why I muted my mic. I wasn't in there.
Okay.
Well, Alba admittedly probably didn't close the door, so she probably potentially saw you.
Saw you outside. So
Okay,
she's
that's
like,
totally fine. I am a strapping young man.
But other than that, we'll break. And finally, as travel and conversations happen, Lamano, you make it up to the 4th tier. Actually, it'd be the
Cool.
3rd tier. 3rd tier is the Garden District. So the 3rd tier, you make it up to the 3rd tier of the city into the Garden District, and you'll notice as you've been up here, there are no temples. There's only like these little small pedestal shrines throughout the Garden District. You do find your little small shrine to, was it Talos?
Yeah.
So you do find a small shrine to Talos. It's off in the secluded area. Where you do find, and it's kind of in like this, it's almost like this umbrella shaped section through this walkway that's sitting there. And what you hear when you get in there is that they actually have 2 stones on either side. And it's funny because you hear the sound coming from the stones. Sounds like thunder. And as you can give me a perception check on that. Give me a perception check on it.
Okay. Nope.
All right, so
Nice.
you basically don't understand why these stones are making thunder sounds, but it's coming from both sides. So it's like one hits and then the other one hits, and then the other one hits and then the other one hits. It's almost like they're mimicking each other.
Just open sky.
So yeah, above you is open sky. So it's just like it's enclosed, so that way you kind of have a little bit of privacy, but people can still just pass by.
I just start following one of the lights. One of the things that seems to be odd. Whatever the abnormality of, like, something that looks like it's looking at me. I just walk towards it.
Okay. Just got the
it's like-
you got like these 2 stones on either side of the shrine that keep making the thunder sound.
Okay, stones at the shrine. Okay. I think I don't have much other than actual gold. And I don't think that donating straight gold on the side of this is it even an indoor shrine? It's probably an outdoor deal, right?
Everything's outside. Like you do see several holy people that walk by from time to time. As you kind of turn around, you do see several holy clerics that kind of walk by and head in their own ways, doing their own thing, each one dressed in their own certain attires.
Alright, cool. I walk by the community of other people, any of the community, and ask people what they think while I donate to whatever the causes they believe in, because I want to know from them if Talos, anyone who actually has his religious symbol, because there was a lot of different churches that were here, if I recall.
Yeah, so this entire, like, basically the whole garden district is set up as like in each individual temple. So each god that people follow, you'll possibly find some kind of little small shrine. I mean, not bigger than like kind of like a bar stool type pedestal with like a symbol on top of that pedestal of that god, like that god's
All right.
holy
So, but
symbol on top of a pedestal.
there's nobody who's rocking like Talos's symbols or anything like that. It's gonna be like I just give to the community, and that's what they think. Like, just trying to make my neighborhood better.
So as you sit there, a few minutes later, you're kind of looking around. You see the Talos area, and you're kind of looking. You're hearing the stones, and finally, an older gentleman comes up and, good day to you, sir.
I was like, hey, you want 3 gold from Talos?
Gold's never a bad thing, but
Thank you. Glad to give.
what is it that you're looking for, brother?
Oh, I just want to know what your opinion is on the 2 guys. I mean, it's kind of clear that we're going from person A to person B pretty quickly. Information would get around. So, what's the difference between these 2 people? Which one's actually worse?
For which 2 people?
The guy that we're working for to grab. We're gonna go grab this Jorgen guy. So that's person 1. And person 2 is the guy we're grabbing him for.
Okay.
So I want to know what the person
All right.
in the public thinks of those.
So the priest sits there with you for quite a while, explaining the differences between certain politics, and he kind of sheds light.
Well, no, I want to ask him something. I want to say, is it okay to kill people because they disagree with us and they are, also doing something we think is bad?
I mean,
no, I just mean like, do I grab a person and blind them and put them in a chokehold and say, okay, you're coming with me, like just assuming he's a total jerk? So yeah, trying to say which one of these 2 people is worse.
I think you should follow your inner storm.
Okay. I know what my storm is thinking. That's fine. Cool.
But
no, let's do it. That's fine.
That is Talos's belief, is to follow the storm.
Cool. All right.
Be the
Here,
rage.
the guy who's actually of the Church of Talos, I'm like, cool. Give this around to the neighborhood. I give him 50 gold in whatever denominations that I was giving it. So that's like a quarter of what I got from that stick, which would be 200. I'm just like, here, give this around. Make the neighborhood better. Can you do that?
I can certainly do that, brother. Yeah.
Within like some of the days that go by in this, of me not being around, or I mean, unless I come back later that day or whatever, but I figured I'd be actually trying to find people for a day or 2 that don't know how long you want it to take.
So he turns to you and goes, well, thank you very much. May Talos guide you. May the storms bring you favor.
That's what you got to do. When you have money, then make sure the people around you have money. That's the only way you can make neighborhoods better. It's not by like contributing a lot of other ways. I mean, honestly, just give it to somebody who's actually kind. And you could be a total douchebag. I didn't really check. I honestly just figure it's probably nicer to assume the best.
So you make your way back down, or are you heading back over to the Oasis?
I'll head to where everybody else is. Sure. I just wanted to get anybody else's opinion on it from. But no, you didn't answer. Was the guy young? Is he a totally terrible person?
Talking about Jorgen or Redtooth?
Jorgen.
I don't have any information on Jorgen per se, other than you have a feeling that he's being paid or told to do a job. And
All right, so I mean, like,
you
he's
can
a
tell
base for something.
from what you know is that he is just a tool.
Yeah, it seems like a base for something. It's pretty basic. I mean, whatever. You can pull on the rope. That's basically all you can do. This guy wants to be found. I just can actually just say, "Hi, I want to meet your friend. Okay, maybe we can work something out. I haven't heard about a lot of bad things about you, so I can talk with you. I'll just say this to people in the neighborhood, like, let them know I can talk to him, blah blah blah, and see if it happens. I don't know if I'm gonna be great at persuasion, but I actually have a 16 charisma.
Okay. So you spend some time having some conversations with random people as you travel back down towards the under part of the city.
I'm a vagrant. It's my whole thing with my gods, been my relationship with it my whole life.
Some people tell you to get lost. Other people tell you to go away. A couple people are like, other people are like, certainly, anything. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
You definitely, they'll tell you that they'll come find you, they'll find you, and they'll be certain to come tell you immediately if they find some information.
Cool.
Other than that, we come back down to the pit area, where everybody's at, and just finish up the conversation with Vesh.
By chance, Lucky, I don't think you saw, but in the video chat, I went ahead and did an insight check on Vesh from the conversation when you were having that with Albel to see if what he was telling, or is Vesh a she?
Vesh is a she.
Okay.
Got a very decrepit old voice.
Okay, so I was just trying to see if she was telling the truth.
Yes. From what you know is that Vesh would give just enough information to keep a knife from her back, but at the same time give you enough to where she knows someone like Jorgen ain't gonna mess with her.
Okay. Okay, continue.
Good, yeah. Basically what they're saying. I mean, I guess after a while, I kind of come back to the group, to the fighting pits, whenever they do get around to fighting, because I don't want to be far away from everybody. I just wanted to take a poke around outside the environment and see what I could feel. You know, put out like a line.
All right. You guys put out your feelers. You got your information. What do you guys want to do now?
A fight currently going on.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys walk in, as soon as you get up, they're like, "Hey, 2 copper to get in."
I will pay for. Oh, well, go to the guy. How much is it for a fighter to get in?
Oh, just see Bob over there. Bob will sign you right up. Yeah, he's just over there. You sure you want to fight?
Me? No, I will not. But this man right here, and I point to Barrick.
Oh,
You guys looking to make some gold tonight?
I think I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah, go see Bob. Bob will handle everything for
All right, Barrick. Let's go see Bob. Walking up to Bob.
Keeping my eyes open, scanning the available crowd of people that look like they're potential fighters and sizing them up.
As I get close to Bob, I will just loudly proclaim, "So, Bob, I heard we got a champion that's willing to lose tonight."
I kind of peek over and jam under my breath is like, do we have to start with a fucking champion?
We go big, then go home.
Well, first you kind of have to prove yourself.
Prove? Do you
Who's
know who
fighting?
this is? This is Varric, the Underhuman. Do you know who this man is?
Looking up at him. What the fuck?
Looks to me like a dwarf has lost his beard.
I'm telling you
But
right
hey,
now,
The
he's much
price
more
is the
than that.
price.
Do you participate, Bob?
No,
It's a
too many
fucking
broken bones. You notice that you see a pair of crutches sitting next to him. So, anyways, what's the name?
It's
Red
Varric.
Knuckles.
What's that?
Red Knuckles.
Red Knuckles. All right, I like it. That's probably about the only thing that'll be working. All right, so we've got 3 ahead of you. Just have a seat on the back side over there. Anybody else needs to go in through the main entrance to copper to get in. But anyways, good
There's
luck.
If there's 3 ahead of me, who am I fighting?
Well, that's going to be up to the host. I just write down the names that are coming in. He just writes. He's the one that calls them out.
Well, just out of curiosity. Let's see here. Let me go to my notes real quick. Is Rogar a participant?
Rogar. Is that the one I told you back in the other city?
No, that's the one that beat me up earlier.
Beat you up earlier?
Remember previous session, I had to prove myself to the guy, Rogar the Sunbreaker Goliath, champion.
Oh,
undefeated
no.
For 31 matches, and he wanted to test me out.
No, this is the underside. Rogar doesn't come down here.
Okay.
He's like, no, Rogar doesn't come down here. He's big money. We got little money around here. It's more of a bragging rights that we have in the pit here. Settle disputes. Guys come together to win a pot. Every night, try to make a little extra coin. You know how it is. Yeah. So, you want to fight? Let's go. Just walk over to the backside, and they'll hook you up.
All right.
Walk over there with them. Oh, so you're going by Red Knuckles? I thought we agreed on the Underhuman.
We never agreed on Underhuman. What are you thinking, Jam? I would be under nothing.
Did we not have that conversation?
No.
Who
You're
was I
having
talking
dreams again.
to? Probably.
The damn armor's too sweaty. It's melting your
Alright.
brain at night.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk to the other promoters and them, try to suss them out. You're gonna do great, okay? Just do what you
Oh, yeah.
normally do.
I'm gonna do what I do, but you try and get some information.
Yeah, you're gonna do great. As I pat you on the back, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. You have, for the next 10 minutes, you have a +2 to your AC.
Oh.
You got
Well,
35.
how'd-
Third fight, I figured they wouldn't last more than 10 minutes total, so.
All right,
A lot like mine.
you make your way. You guys all get down there. Does everybody pay 2 copper to get in?
Elbow does, but he
Yeah,
makes
I'll-
sure to sit away from the rest of the party so that they can get the information that they need without him unintentionally interfering.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing as Albel, but I'm just kind of shadowing the party. I just want to see if anybody's following us. I want to have a different vantage point.
You do, from time to time, catch the occasional glare, but not like they're riding you guys. You kind of like every now and then when you turn around, you might catch somebody that was like looking over in your direction.
So, how tall are a lot of the species that are living around here?
Most of the species around here are average height for most humans in this area is maybe 6 foot is the tallest, and a lot of them you see are that even in their middle age having a lot of back issues because you kind of have to duck a lot and walk kind of crouched. So even though this is an open area that you're in, a lot of people in the area kind of have that hunch to them, to where they're kind of like they're hunched. So you've also noticed I'll say that you've pretty much noticed that. Where am I at? Page wise. So from what Valen has noticed is that a lot of the people that you've seen are mortal, like they're human. They're not. There's no You're not getting any of that sense of lycanthropy. Even Aubel's not really sensing much of it. I'm not getting a lot of that in this area. From what you guys are perceiving is that the majority of this underground is regular human, like regular species of that race or that species. So there's no lycanthropy that you're really sensing off a lot of these people, like the way that they carry themselves, because there's a certain animal aspect to the way a certain lycanthrope will carry themselves, and you're noticing that a lot of these people do not have that animal instinct of way that they're carrying, like ferocious.
I treat people like they are very lucky that I don't hurt them. If they try and be intimidating at all, I think I remind them in some subtle way that I am not to be fucked with and I will kill them. I give away a lot of money. So,
Give away a lot of money.
I do have but I do have an open challenge of do not fuck with my neighborhood. You want to be here? I'm here.
All right, so you guys sit there and watch. In the pit at the current moment, you see there is 2 gnomes going at it, and they seem to be playing around a lot. They don't really seem to be like taking it too serious. It's more of a lot of shit talking than there is actual fighting. And as it goes on, like one of them stomps the other's foot and this and that, and it's kind of like just a whimsical like little spat between the 2 of them, and like pulling hair and doing little hammer fist
I said, yo, what if I actually try and step between them and say, yo, you don't need to do this here. There's a place to do this. Stop trying to hurt each other right now. Get in the ring right now.
as
I try and
as you shout as you shout from the stands, because you can't get down in the pit. So as you shout down from the stands, a lot of people tell you to shut up and let them solve it, let them figure it out. And You do hear some boos, and you hear some like, "Ooh, that was a nice little slap. Ooh, he slapped the shit out of- ooh, he stepped on his big toe. Oh, that's not gonna be good." But a few minutes go by, and finally the other one says, I quit. You win." And you see him hand over a small coin purse to the guy that he just lost to, and they both walk out, and at the end you kind of see him kind of hug it out and go on. Then this fine almost like a gypsy style person walks in, bellowed collar with a lot of fringe ruffle in the front, slick looking red vest with pinstripes that come down, almost like a nice little fedora type hat with a little bit more of an extra long brim and a feather comes off the top. And he says, "Up next, we have Frank Mashburger against Doblin the Goblin." There you go, Ty. Yeah, I got you. I'll fight you next, bitch. Yeah, I got you. Come on. Come on down. Let's get this on. Let's go. Get in the ring. 5 gold. Winner take all. They go in. They set it out. The goblin just immediately breaks for him hard. Right, goes right at him. All of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. All of a sudden, the goblin gets knocked the fuck. Yep, knocked out. That was a natural 18. Out like a light. He reaches down, grabs the coin purse off the goblin, and walks out. A couple guys come in. They both look at each other. They do a rock, paper, scissors. The other guy looks at him and says, fuck. He picks up the goblin, throws him over his shoulder, and walks out. Up next, we've got a challenger from out of town. It's a red-headed, non-shaved dwarf that goes by the name of, what was it?
Red Knuckles.
Goes by the name of Red Knuckles, which I think he's a natural redhead anyways. But let's get it on. He's coming down to take on our challenger. Who will be the king of smack? Yep. We call him the Roche. We call him the Boche. We call him the Most. He is our current host of the night and our featured champion of the night. Come on for Roche the Boche. Let's go. Taking on Red Knuckles. Let's get it on. And as you guys look, Varric walks in first, kind of gets set up. But then as you come in, you see this really overweight and obese human male. Huge beer gut that hangs down past even his crotch area. Realizing that, looking at that, like, he could probably take some blows himself. So looking like a smaller version of the Blob from X-Men. Got a triple chin going on, walks in, scraping his knuckles. He's got like a torn shirt. He's wearing like just these horrible pants, and you know, his shirt comes down basically to the top of his belly as the rest of his belly just hangs out. So let's go. Let's roll initiative.
What are the rules?
Knuckles only. First one to submit or be knocked out.
He's
Nothing
definitely
we
out
bet.
for his cushion.
So punches only. Got it. Initiative. Let me go ahead and roll that. Roll.
So can the spectators bet?
Yeah, you guys can bet amongst each other.
Oh, there's not like a guy walking around like taking bets.
No. You just see a lot of guys here just like here for the entertainment. They're not.
So I got
it's pretty
18.
much 18, you win. What you got?
Looking him up and down, I'm assuming he's taller than me. I'm only 5 foot.
Yeah, he's about 5'10",
Okay.
but he's
Knuckles
just
going.
as wide.
Walking up to him, kind of rolling my neck back and forth. I'm like, Roche the Boche, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How long you been champ?
A
I
day.
go ahead and swing. I dip down on the knee and swing at the inside of his left knee. Because a big guy like that, he's got to worry about standing. That's only a 14. Is that a hit?
That would be a hit.
Okay. And that first hit is going to be. Come on, why does it keep opening? I don't need it to open. I just need to roll. The first one's going to be for 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and just swivel, hit the other inside knee with my bonus attack. Let's see here. Boom. So basically, hitting him on the inside of both of his knees. A 12, well, that's lower. That hit?
No, 12 just misses.
Just missed. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and spin back up about 3 feet back from him, still within range, bouncing back and forth on the balls of my feet. Your turn, Biggie.
That hurt. So, people were throwing trash into the arena. Ooh, that's a big miss as he swings wide right over the top of you. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm ducking under that swing. Even though he's big, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get him with a nice rabbit punch right in the side there.
I
Roll
think
that.
it's why I don't like these duels, because you guys shoot poison fucking
15.
arrows down the goddamn street.
And that's going to be for 11.
Ouch.
And if he's still up, I go ahead and spin all the way through and kind of give him a backhand with my knuckles on the backside of his head.
Go ahead.
Kind of got to jump up a little bit to try and do it, which is why I missed. It's a little too high.
It's a big guy.
Oh, and another big miss as you nail on him. He swings back with the left hand wide again and misses you.
Go ahead, rolling under that again. I dip down, punch him in the back of his knee. Gotta take out that base. And that was a miss. So I go ahead and try again. Punching from the front of his knee this time. And that's a miss. Oh boy, I must be getting winded. Back up a little bit, bouncing back.
You got this, Red Knuckles.
He has more legs than you thought.
He is not hitting me.
He spins around, swings wide again with the right hand, misses you.
Ducking
He's a
under
big
that.
pup.
Hold
Ducking
still.
under that. I think I need to really start going at it. All he said was knuckles. He didn't say anything about anything off limits. So trying again for the knee. Oh, no. I got to try and set it up first. Which I do. I set it up, hit him on the inside of the knee with the first hit, and that was for 6 points of damage. Now I'm going to burn a moxie point, and I'm going to do 2 unarmed strikes, and I'm just going to basically double jab him right in the jewels.
Low blow.
Yep, first one hits. And that one is for... Get out of the way, guy.
I'm seeing it.
Did it not roll?
No, I'm not seeing it.
It didn't. Let me hit it again. Roll. There we go. That was for 7 points of damage, and then the second attack, another bonus attack.
D&D Beyond seems to be lagging heavily for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm only just
That's
now
a
seeing
21,
previous rolls.
and that is for 6 points. Okay, so from what I see,
As soon as you hit him with the last one, he falls unconscious. His legs give out from all of your blows, and he falls, and his face slaps off the fucking ground, and he's out like a light.
I bounce back up, take my hands off. I was actually expecting a lot more from the pit.
So the ring guy walks over, reaches into the pocket. And he didn't have much, but here's the 10 copper that he had. Complimentary. Here's 5 gold for your win, man.
I go ahead and take the 5 gold, but I give the whatever the copper was from that guy. I go ahead and give it back to him. I give it back to Rosh Bosch, put it on his body.
He says,
Okay.
if you want another round, just go sign back up with Bob over there.
When he says that, I look back up at the crowd with a look on my face, making eye contact when I find out where Jam is, kind of raising my eyebrow like, am I doing more or are we done? All right. No, I'm good. I've done what I needed to do.
But as you guys sit there and hear conversations, you do overhear one person in the crowds while the fights are going on and watching Varric in there. You do hear one person, Valen, and they're like, I think he was at the thing last night. Yeah, I think you're right. What's he doing down here with us?
Like you guys.
So do I recognize them from the ritual?
No.
So I'm gonna use message and let Jam know that Varric's been made.
I actually just come to the arena every once in a while, I think, because it's a place to watch people fight. I'm not great at fighting, but I will fuck people up. I'm just not great at fighting.
So I'm gonna use message and let Jam know that there's a couple people talking that apparently were at the ritual, and they recognize Varric.
Can you point them out? I attempt to reply to see if it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll use message again and tell them where to look, and then to find me and how many rows down and over that they actually are. You know, like 2 rows down, 4 people over to the right. You know, black cloak, whatever they happen to have on. I'll give them the description.
And so as you look, Jam, you look over to where he's pointing at, and you do see 2 guys sitting there, both of them wearing cloaks, and a little bit. They're not like ragged looking, but they are better dressed than most of the audience here.
are they dressed comparable to the cult members that were attacking last night, or more toward the crowd that was there?
More towards like the crowd.
So can I roll perception or something to see if there's any symbols, anything like that that would give me an idea of like where they might be from?
Yeah.
Like
Go
if
ahead.
they're servants to a particular person or something like that. 18.
18. You don't see anything offhand other than you do catch some red and gold off the one on the left.
Do I know if that's from a certain house, like colors from a certain house, or?
That is the royal family's colors.
Mm. So I'm gonna message Jam again and say, hey, red and gold colors, royal family's colors. So not sure where they're from for the royal family. I mean, but they're definitely sporting their colors, though.
Big symbolism.
I'll reply back. Let's watch them when they leave and see if we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
When
Drop
Varric
them on
gets
the
out of
way
the
out,
pit,
and I'll shadow them and make sure we don't lose them.
when Varric gets out of the pit, I'll inform him what's going on, and we'll start making our way out of the pit to see if they follow us.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
I should be good to go if they want to try anything. I only got a little busy.
Don't think they were cultists. They, according to what he saw, they might be part of the royal family or have association with them.
I'll give a
So
fuck
let's-
who they're with. If they sat here and they're talking like that, then they're dirty.
Alrighty. So that's where actually we're going to take our break now. So everybody take about a 10-minute break. We'll come back at 11:15. Come back at 11:15 as we start the second half of our episode. And let's get that going. How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to Epic Fail and Glory, episode 5. As we left off, a young group of adventurers had made their way down into the under parts of this city and went and spoke with quite a few people. They got to meet some very unique characters and find out some very helpful information. They got to speak with Red Tooth himself. They also spoke to a rumor mill type person named Vesh, and got to participate in a fight. And not much of a fight, but it was a fight. They got to watch a little bit to see how the pit is, see how like the lower people of the city live. And as they were getting ready to leave, noticed two individuals that seemed kind of out of place, both wearing cloaks, and also one of them showing a little bit of article of clothing that represented the colors of the royal family. Now, as everybody leaves, you see them get up. After you see Varric leaving, they both get up and they start walking out. Do you guys start giving chase? Do you guys give pace?
So I'm gonna shadow them when they get up. I'm gonna shadow them. Do you want me to roll like stealth or something, or
give me some stealth checks? Who's all with it?
Oh, that is a 27 for the first one.
You are the shadow.
I'm gonna keep Jam and Albel and Varric updated through message of where they're going.
Albo will
Jam
also...
will hang back.
This is weird. I feel like I got eyes in the back of my head with him talking in my head.
Albo will also pursue, but at a slightly further back distance than Valen. Do you want me to also roll stealth?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are trying to be stealthy about it, not be seen.
Jam is not stealthy, so he's just walking at a normal pace with Varric.
You're hanging with me, Jam. There's no way to be stealthy. You can't
Just
subdue
hype it
the
up.
sexiness.
Trying to keep the illusion going and hyping up. Oh, that's right. This right here, it's Red Knuckles.
Hype man.
So you guys make your way and
There we go. Okay. 22.
hey, nice. So you guys seem to be pretty well just shadow stepping behind him, moving from shadow to shadow. Excuse me, where'd that come from? But anyways, they start actually heading more west, towards the west, and then they kind of head, like they're almost heading back to Red Tooth, but they're heading more towards the Moon Wardens area. So as you see them break into that one little district that we were in, let's go back to that. So as they break down, you see them come across, they come across the central cistern area and down through, but they actually go past the Merchant's Row and out another door, past the Moon Wardens and over to where the water mills are. And you can see the one kind of smile at the other, Valen, and he's like, race you to the top. You always lose. Not this time. I bet you 100 gold I make it before you. Oh, you're on. As you see the two of them actually jump onto the water wheels. And you see that, and Valen, you see it first, like you're watching it. They jump on the first water wheel, and then you see them leaping almost like in tandem back and forth between the water wheels all the way to the top. As they finally get out of sight.
Can I try to roll an acrobatics to kind of to try to keep up with them at a distance, like let them get ahead, but like do acrobatics to start going up and just keep them within my sight?
Go ahead.
What kind of
All
DC
right.
you gonna
Athletic-
throw at him?
It's a moving target, so
16
the
acrobatics,
first
right?
one, yep, first
Okay,
one,
16.
first one's fine. You get up there and you're like, whoa, and you catch one of the buckets, and the bucket moves, and you're like, oh shit. So then you kind of grab on, and you're getting your foot, and you're moving up, and you're riding the wheel up. So you're riding the wheel up to the next wheel, and there's a pinch point. So now the difficulty goes up
Okay,
more for this next one.
let's try it again. That's not going to be good. That's a 9. The rogue not being very roguely right now.
You felt
So
like
that's-
you needed a bath. That's all.
How far down would it be at this point?
So at this point, it's a 20-foot fall.
Okay.
So good thing is that there's a pool of water below you. So you only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack the water at 20 feet.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. Adjusted here.
Now, as the rest of you approach, you see him fall into the water.
So, what were you doing, Valen? You okay?
So these guys, they didn't change into anything, right? Like they're still
Nope.
human, right?
Yeah, they just.
So these guys, never seen dexterity like that before in my life from regular humans. Were creatures, yes. Regular humans, no. But they just jump back and
That's
forth
my
on
bad.
the
My
water
bad.
wheels.
My bad. You do sense the animal. You do sense the animal from them.
Were creatures, jumping back and forth on the water wheels. I thought maybe I could kind of keep up with them, but didn't quite happen. Water wheels are very slippery, believe it or not. They carry water, and water's wet. Sometimes you just don't get a grip.
Went up the water instead of the stairs.
Elbow contemplates just flying up.
You notice that it's a very, very tight fit.
Yeah, that's why
Pretty
Elbow was just like he contemplates it, but then thinks better of it. I think we might want to use.
I go ahead and look around and see if there's any other way to the top of wherever Valen had described they had leaped up to that does not require me doing anything acrobatic to get up there. You
You do see an iron gate with a heavy lock on it on the side with a staircase that leads all the way up.
Okay, let's start. Start.
But it goes in and cuts back, goes in and cuts back, and it's completely caged in. So there's
As long as there's only one gate that we got to get through, we can at least start with that.
Let's see if the
Okay,
rogue
so-
can rogue this.
Yeah, let's try that part. Yeah, can I do sleight of hand to pick the lock?
yeah. Oh my God, go ahead.
17.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got a good bonus.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
rolled out of the 3 moon wardens that are in the area to roll
Oh.
perception on you guys. I rolled a 7 and 2 natural ones.
Nice.
They didn't see shit.
They don't even know the gate's there.
They had such bad secondhand embarrassment from watching you flop. They just all turned around.
I'm just thinking the water wheels must be making so much noise because they didn't even come up when Valen belly flopped it and smacked the
Nope.
water. And I know that made some noise. So I just think it's making so much noise they don't even hear us around here. That must be it.
I'm pretty sure the noise of the water wheel is because you hear just like rushing waterfall, basically. So you guys, you pick the lock. continue up?
Yep.
All right, so you all continue up. Making your way, do you close the gate back?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
Close
lock
back and
it.
lock it.
We close it.
All right, so you close it. You start going up. So you didn't lock it. Okay. So you start making
The
your way
lock
up.
is put on there. It's just not locked.
So you make your way up. From what you can see, Valen, they are gone. But you continue up.
Well, chances
2,
are they would
7,
be going
and a
all the way
5.
to the top.
So you make your way up, and it cuts back, and it takes you guys about 15 minutes to climb the staircase. It's a one-person stairwell that leads up, and you do see certain plateaus where the center of the wheel's at. You do see that there's an opening with a small platform that reaches out, and like people can work on the wheel or whatever. And then it leads back up, and when you get to the second wheel, there's another little platform for the center of that wheel. And then you see other, like as you guys go up, you see other sections where they can work on the buckets if they have to. Like you can see like a plateau where they can work on a bucket if they got to work on a bucket. But you make your way up. It takes about 15 minutes for you to climb all the way up this narrow staircase. Albo has a little bit tougher time because his wings kind of have to be tucked in nice and tight. But as you get to the top, there's another gate with a lock.
Well, let's try this one too. Sleight of hand. Let me roll perception just to see who's around I can see first. Let's do that. Perception's an 18.
Perception's an 18. You do see 2 guards.
I'll look around too. I think I'll spot anything more.
How close are the guards to us?
They're kind of in like a marching pattern as they walk by.
Okay.
Gold-colored armor, red capes.
So I want to use minor illusion and make a sound of a woman screaming, "Oh my God, help me, the bandits, they're taking my money," over to where they're going to not walk past us and be able to see us, to where they're going to stop and run the other direction.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't have to roll anything for it as a cantrip, so let's see. Range. If they study action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that its illusion was successful intelligence. So, investigation check against your spell save DC. If a creature discerns the illusion for what it is, the illusion becomes fake to the creature. So
what's
my
the
save
what's the
DC
save?
would be 11.
Okay. As you kind of look, you see him kind of like stop for a second and look over in that direction, and then they kind of look around and they look at each other and they're like, so you see him heading in that direction, but it's like they're not really like in a hurry.
They're not
Like,
running, but they're at least heading off.
Let's go check to
Okay.
see what that was.
This is
Okay.
obviously some bullshit. Let's see what this bullshit is.
Okay, so
So-
now I'm gonna pick the lock since they're going the other direction.
So as you pick the lock and come out, you pick the lock,
13.
snap.
Ah, shit.
So
Got any
just
more?
can't quite get it.
Take out another file, another hook,
Yeah.
another pick, something. Hurry up.
Let's try it one more
Focus,
time.
focus. Don't listen to me. Do what you gotta do.
and I want to use guidance to help me. So 14, and then give me something. 16 total.
Click, click. It opens.
There we go. Still less painful than trying to climb up the water wheels.
Yeah.
So as you open the door and it makes this creaking sound, hey,
They heard that over the waterfalls?
Right out of that area.
what are you doing? Did you follow us up? And as you turn and look, as you come out the door, you see was it? Yeah. So you look and you see one of the royal family members standing there in the very cloak that you saw. And it's a young prince, along with another young servant, basically, or guardian, you might say, standing next to him. And he's got, like, he's ready to draw his sword. Did you follow us up?
I just
Yeah,
figured you were
I-
interested in talking to me since you were so interested in me. You were talking about me during the pit fight. I'm here. You can talk to me. I'm not anything crazy. Hi, I'm Varric. I extend my hand.
And you see the servant holding his sword out and says, "You should be kneeling in front of the prince."
Okay. And you are?
I am Shan.
Chan.
Shan, Shan, White Paw.
Well, Shan White Paw.
Is that
I
the
still have
prince
my
or the-
hand extended.
Sorry. Is Shan Whitepaw the prince or the servant?
That's the servant.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still extending my hand towards him. Not towards the prince, towards Shan.
He says, "If you want to keep your hand, you better kneel."
Yeah, I was gonna kneel. I just wanted to sit here and shake your hand first. I go ahead and do a quick dip on the knee, come back up. There you go. It is a pleasure, Prince. All honor to you and all that. Shan.
Hang on. The prince just busts out laughing and grabs Shan on the shoulder. He says, he kneeled. And the prince reaches forward and grabs your hand. He goes, "I am Prince Kalis Sunmane."
I go ahead and give him a nice firm grip, but not like I'm trying to overpower him or anything. Just, respectful, man to man. And it's like, it's an honor to meet you, Prince.
He got you, Shan. Put your sword away. Mr. Varric, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I still don't know why Shan won't shake my hand, but to each their own. It's good enough that you can shake my hand.
So,
He doesn't think.
he's like, "Shan, shake his hand." "Yes, Your Highness." And he reaches out and shakes your hand.
Again, it is a pleasure, Shan. And I mean that out of character. I mean that sincerely. I'm not being sarcastic to him. I say it is a pleasure, Shan.
I heard you guys had. I watched your fight. He goes. I don't know why you. Oh my, poor Bosch. We make sure that his family is taken care of. He's not very smart. He does like to fight. He's not very good at it, but he has won a few here and there. Not very many, but but he does good work down in the under part of the city, taking care of the wheels, and he does a lot of the heavy lifting while down there. But we do like to come down from time to time and make sure that everybody that works in the under parts of the city are well taken care of. But at the same time, I definitely want to thank you guys. I'm pretty sure my father would like to speak to you as well. If you guys wouldn't mind joining us. But yeah, great job last night at the ceremony. It's such a shame that it came down to something like that happening, but I'm pretty sure my father and y'all can have a nice conversation over it. But yeah, it was really good.
And no
gotta
disrespect
ask.
to Rosh Bosch, but it's no fault of his. I was not really told about the severity or the levity of the pit. I was told it was a fighting pit, and so I expected a lot more from him. So my apologies, and by all means, I left him with his money. I did not take it.
I saw. It's more of a dispute pit more than a fighting pit. I mean, fights do happen, and that's a rule that they have down there. That if two people want to fight, then they're to take it to the pit and have it there instead of around the equipment, to where if equipment gets damaged, then it shuts down the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's better that they have a place that they can go and settle disputes or squabbles that they have.
Well, if you would be so kind, I would not expect you to do it, Your Princess, but if you could maybe have your man Shan or someone extend an apology to Rosh Bosch for me. I kind of feel after the fact of almost like I was bullying him, so I don't feel too great about that.
He'll be all right. He'll win another fight one day, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He starts laughing. He's like, he'll be fine. It ain't the first time, and it won't be the last time that he's been whooped. But I think it's the first time he's ever been hit in the leg like that.
Well, they said
So,
knuckles
Prince,
only.
I do have to ask though, we would definitely follow you to talk to your father. We do have an open invitation there already, but at the same time, is this a sanctioned visit, or should we not mention that we saw you down there in the fighting pits?
Oh, my father very aware of my activities, because
Okay.
Shan can't keep his fucking mouth shut. But anyways,
Does he know
yeah,
you
I
go
don't
up the
get
water
to.
wheel?
Now, see, those are discussions that should not be mentioned. But yeah, because one fall could be very deadly. But me and Shan are pretty skilled at handling ourselves on the water wheels. It ain't the first time. And I won. Thank you. Yes, Shan. You did. But anyways, would you accompany us? Come on, let's go.
Of course.
So as he leads you through, you guys actually come out where there's basically where you guys come out is like this back area of this large statue, and where you come out, like this whole, it's like a big block, and the lion kind of sits. There's a huge lion that's sitting over this fountain, and you see the water coming out the mouth of the lion into this pool, and then it leads down into a smaller little like thing that leads down. And as you look, as you kind of see like where it breaks off and it starts leading down, there's other little veins of like waterways that sprout off of the main pool that lead down throughout the city from all four sides of this pyramid, leading down into the gardens and leading down into everything around it. So as you make your way up past that, you guys end up climbing several hundred steps to get to the top. And as you get to the top, you see two guards standing there in full golden looking plate, red with red clothing and cloaks, full helms that represent a lion's head, um, golden looking bracers, each holding spears and shields. They all have a nice, beautiful sword at their side, and you see them stand tall when they see the prince. Let's go, guys. And they walk through and they walk by, and as you walk into this chamber, it's like these Greek pillars all the way down, beautiful Greek white pillars all the way down through this inner area. Um, Beautiful glass. Everything's got these gold inlays as it walks. There's a small, thin line of gold that leads right down the center of this tiled floor, all the way to the throne room. You see it lead all the way into the throne room and up the stairs to the throne itself, where you see the king sitting.
I think this is one of those Neil situations again, guys.
All sweaty now. Oh, jeez.
So as you guys make your way in, you see one person standing at the next little doorway before it leads into the throne room. My prince? Who are these folks? Are these the ones on the invitation from the king? Yes. Let them know that they are here to see my father. Right away. My king, you have guests. What should I call you?
Um,
The travelers from Vordio?
We need a group name.
Okay. We have Abel, Valen, and some travelers from Abordia, Your Highness. These are the ones that fought at the circle last night. You see him wave his hand forward for you to proceed.
Walking in.
King Zareth Sunmane will see you now.
Continue to walk in, kind of trying to straighten out my tunic. Make sure I don't have any blood hanging on my knuckles or nothing.
Albo will step forward before the king and give a polite and courteous bow.
Rise. Welcome, and thank you for accepting my invitation.
Varric goes ahead and takes a knee.
And then upon being asked to rise, Albo rises from his bow and says, "Thank you, Your Majesty. We were just happy that there weren't any more casualties than can be expected from unfortunate events like that."
So as you look, he begins to stand up, and he is in full, like, lion wear form. Massive and beautiful. Just the way that he looks. His fur shows a lot of signs of white. Like it's a lot of it's turning white. Even around his muzzle is turning white. He's older. And as he stands, you can see that the clothing he wears, and he basically transforms into human form. As his clothes, you see, kind of retract around him. And he walks down. He says, "Well met. I'm pretty sure You guys have been kind of busy this morning. I've heard that you've been out and about. And anything in particular that you're looking for? Anything that you want to know?
We potentially have some leads on exactly who was behind the occurrence, and this is where Alba will turn to Varric and say, by the way, your intuition was right. The person that we are looking into seems to be being manipulated by someone else, which is why I agreed to conditions but did not confirm that that was definitively what we were going to do.
Okay, so turning over him wouldn't necessarily solve the actual issue, but it would just give money to us and a body to Redtooth. But
Exactly.
finding the source of the person that is influencing Jorgen to Redtooth could not only solve the problem, but still give us the money and give him a body to satisfy his desire.
It would prevent him from attempting to seek out other bodies that aren't necessarily doing anything wrong.
So, do you say that out loud?
Not like
Not out loud,
booming
just a
voice.
whisper to Varric.
kind of like under the breath.
Actually, I think I do have message, so I potentially can actually say that to him privately. Give me one moment to double check my character sheet.
Balin's kind of in the back just watching Albal because he's just a humble acolyte, so he's not well versed in matters of the court. So when Albal bows, he'll bow, do the same type of thing. So
I do indeed
he's
have
just kind of
message.
Very dumbass is still on his knees.
I do indeed have message as a cantrip, so I was able to relay all of that to Varric without saying it out loud.
And I had so responded.
So,
Yeah.
what you got?
So in response to the king, so yeah, it's been a busy morning. We've been trying to hunt down some leads from what happened last night. We have nothing concrete, but we got some potential interest to talk to.
Any that you mind sharing with me?
Yeah, this guy Joseph Storm. He's been in like an antique dealer, but he's not. We don't believe he's a real antique dealer. We think he might be involved somehow.
It's 'cause he's here to steal my box. As you say that, you see this little halfling walk out from behind the throne with an apron on with all these tools. Now, King Zarth, I'm not done with your chair yet, but these guys got to know what's going on. He's here to steal my puzzle box. I know it. He knows it. And it's not going to happen. When you get to be as old as I am and see as many things as I have and create such beautiful masterpieces throughout 2 different realms, you can't be touched.
you hear Valen whisper, "Should we bow again? Deities are kind of like kings, right?"
This one is
I'm
not.
still on my knees.
I don't know if this one is a deity or not, so I'm not 100% sure. Plus, some deities like bowing others is considered offensive, so it's better to wait until he tells us.
I squint my eyes and look at him and go, "You're that C-pop fellow that made one of those boxes that have a light in it, aren't you?"
See Pop Industries. As you look, you see that he's got the RTA across his arm.
I've been hearing about you. One of the King's Guards has one of your boxes that has a light in it. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's nothing really fancy at all, but it's simplicity. he liked the most, and to be able to add the little thing on that. But everything is pure wood.
So you think he's coming? If you think he's gonna try to steal your box, do you know where your box is? You don't have to tell me, but just do you know where it is?
I know where my box is. He ain't gonna get it.
Oh, when's the last time you checked?
Let's see. And it appears right in his hand.
Okay.
He says, I'll put it back now. And it disappears. I was taught that one by a very powerful mage.
Well, we're trying to find him. We don't know for sure if he was involved with what happened last night, looking at the king, but we have it on good authority that he might have been.
Oh, he's gonna keep looking, but he ain't gonna find it.
We're not 100% sure if he's working alone or if he's working with some powerful mages as well. Our concern is that he might potentially, or the mages might potentially try attacking you to get to the box. That is where our worry is.
He ain't going to find my box. And on top of that, if you want to know who he's working for, the king already knows. He smells of dragon. He smells like he's got dragon all over him.
I see.
So you're saying Jorgen's working for a
The nose
dragon.
knows. It has to be. I'm going back to the Cherry King.
Would that be the dragon to the southeast?
Draco Sith. Yeah, the red dragon out in the middle of the desert. He's been recruiting
Well,
demons.
Dracosith is currently holding Ryzelgan, but there's been names of another dragon that's actually wanting this city. And from what I've heard is that this dragon actually has a cleric that is riding him. This dragon's
Cleric of
name
what fate?
Talos. So this dragon is called Veilstrix, the Storm Sovereign. He wants my city. For what purpose Jorgen has, I do not know. Spy, thief, someone to cause distraction for inner turmoil. I mean, there's so many different aspects of what Jorgen could be doing here. But all in all, the little skirmishes here and there that pop up with the cultists can be somewhat of a distraction.
Your Majestiness, what kind of dragon is Veilstrix?
Veilstrix is a blue.
I look over to the rest of the guys while I'm still on a knee. Do we know if blues and reds like each other?
I know nothing about dragons.
Yeah,
Other than they're
neither do
scary.
I. But I just pray to, the gods, that someone maybe. Valen, look over at him.
Hey man,
You know?
never messed with any dragons for sure. were creatures, sure. Dragons, not so much. So, no, probably would not have an idea.
Looking up at Albo next to me. On the seas, by chance, you heard anything? Blues and reds?
Repeat the question.
If blue dragons and red dragons, by chance, get along, work for each other, or are potentially rivals.
Is there a specific role I could potentially roll for that to know that information, DM? Or can I just say
It'd
that
be history check.
Okay. $17.
Not bad.
Not bad.
From what you know about dragons in general, is that there is from I say the reds and blues that you know is that chromatic dragons are very territorial. They don't tend to attack one another as far as the chromatic family because they all have that evil nature. Why did my screen just go black? They all have that evil nature, but you don't see them actually fighting each other unless it's something that the bigger one wants. Veilstrix is a elder blue with the dragon that's in Ryzelgan is a young dragon, but he's gathering a following really quick.
And I do relay that information to Varric, along with that I do speak a little bit Draconic. So if we do come across dragons or dragonborns, I can potentially attempt to communicate with them if we need to. But that is the extent of my information, is the little bit of Draconic as well as the information of they don't normally attack each other unless there's something that the other one truly desperately wants. But that they are chaotic, evil creatures by nature, usually.
Okay. I look over at King Zareth. Your king, sir, may I stand?
Yes, please rise. You guys.
Okay.
I apologize. I didn't realize you were still kneeling.
I get it. Okay. So, if I remember what we were told before, Dracosith in Ryzelgan is kind of trying to expand his territory, which would also include the cultists trying to come in and take Freesol. Is that part correct?
No.
No.
I honestly believe, from what we're understanding, the cultists are the cultists.
I thought there was cultists that supported him that were pushing into this area from
Veilstrix.
Ryzelgan.
Veilstrix is the dragon that wants the city, and Veilstrix is the one that has Jorgen doing what Jorgen's doing,
Right.
As far as what I believe.
Yeah, that part.
So
I'm not debating that part. That part is the information we all agree on. For the Jorgen and the Veilstrix, I was referring to the information. I'm looking at the other party members. Isn't that what we had heard about Dracosith? That he was in Ryzelgan and that he was trying to expand his territory into this area with the cultists? Or was he trying to expand the other direction towards Lornvon?
That were-wyvern was praising Dracosith on the attack last night with the cultist. I believe that's why I believe it was Dracosith that you were talking about.
Okay, so yeah, there's that as well. The ones that attacked, they were saying that they were from that. But yet, if they were from those cultists, and people are saying Jorgen's the one that tried to do it, but yet Jorgen's supposedly working for Veilstrix. You see what I'm saying? It's not matching.
There's like there might be cultists from both dragon clans mixing with each other to try and create confusion to throw off who it is that is at the forefront of this.
Or either both dragons are working together.
Well, that's just it. From what she said, blues and reds are territorial. They would not want to share. That's what I was trying to figure out. So they're definitely, if they are both coming for Friesel, because she said they don't attack each other directly. So Vilstrix isn't coming straight into Reiselgan to attack him. Instead, he's trying to take an asset that he wants, that he also knows would make him weak. Which also, the other one's trying to do the other direction.
The Wyvern was promoting Draco Sith and wanting the were creatures to join them to be free.
Right.
So
the
or at least
guy
that's
that
what I got.
attacked the Wyvern last night, he was saying, I'm with Dracosith. Yet the same information is saying Jorgen is the one supposedly ran the stuff that happened last night. And then we have
At least
information
was a
that says,
distraction for a
Right.
sorcerer to do it.
and then they're saying
So-
that Jorgen is the one that's working with Vilstrix, who wants to take this city.
That was the whole ploy behind Jorgen. Jorgen was to spread lies, and his whole purpose for being here was to create distraction. His real purpose is that he's mapping the city. He's watching the guard rotations. He's watching the placements. He's checking the harbor defenses. He's basically keeping an eye on everything that transpires throughout the day. And even though he thinks he's not being suspicious, we're watching him just as much as he's watching us. I'm just waiting for him to try to steal Pocket Piece puzzle box to see really what happens, but it's not going to happen. Other than that, I'm not worried about Jorgen. Have even less concern about the cultists because they're a small group, and yeah, they caused a ripple last night, but it wasn't enough to cause warrant that the Moon Wardens can't handle themselves. Now, what part does he have? Far as I know, I don't even know if Redtooth is hiding this son of a bitch. If Redtooth has anything to do with it, I'd like to get my hands on that little shit. But at the same time, I'm waiting for Mr. Pocketbee to take care of Jordan. But my concern is that we had a cleric show up here not long ago. High Cleric Ditmus. And he established a shrine here in our garden. And from what I know, is that he now serves with the dragon.
So he established a shrine of Talos in the garden.
Yes. Problem is that we've not been able to remove it.
Are you
It's
saying
got some kind of it's got some kind of ward on it. It's killed the last 3 that's touched it.
Oh, we don't have no magic that would take care of that. I mean, damn, I know you got your faith and all that, but I don't think you call it down that good. And I sure as heck can't punch it into oblivion.
Lamano looks at you and says, it can't be. It can't be.
That's your god, ain't it?
So someone give me a history check that knows a little bit.
I know very little on history, but I'll give it a check.
History or religion?
Religion.
Can I do a religion check?
Yeah.
My religion won't be much better,
No.
but I'll give that a shot.
And a big 5.
Better religion.
Oh, the religion apparently hanging around Moxley before and the clerics and the crystal dragons and hanging around Lamano. I've picked up a little bit when it comes to religion.
Knowing what Obel knows about chromatic dragons in general, that blue dragons revolve around lightning and storms, and Talos being the god of storms, there's never really any clear path of whether what you know, Varric, is Talos actually a good god or is he a bad god? No one really knows what side of the fence Talos falls on.
And even then, you're talking about a theological thing, so it's like we're trying to base him on our moralic scale of what is good or evil. The stuff he's doing in his mind as a god isn't something we can really fathom on his scale of good or evil.
But you do know that Talos believes in, like, from even being around Lamano, like from what you know religion-wise about Talos, is it's all about power, control, fear.
That's not great.
Like, all the signs about Talos do not really lead to a just path. It's more of a, I will kill you to get what I want.
I hate to dip on such short notice, but I do need to step away because my cold has gotten so bad that I keep having to mute to cough. And I'm starting to feel feverish, so I'm going to leave before it gets worse. So I will talk to y'all later.
So we're actually going to call it, because a lot of this I want Lamano. We'll kind of probably retouch on this conversation with the king, so we're probably going to stop it right here. When we're talking about his master, his leader, Ditmas, and in the relation to this dragon and what's going on.
I was
That's
thinking
fair.
this was Jam. That's why I was like getting ready to look at Jam. I was like, I thought Ditmas was with Jam.
So we're gonna go ahead and end it there, because I really need Lamano to be forefront with this, because this is for him.
Fair.
And for him to have some insight on, and to get his speaking roles, and also to create that crosstalk with you guys. So,
So it's probably not
yeah,
such a
'cause
bad thing that I needed to head off.
so it's an important aspect for him to be here for this part, because this does involve him directly and his god. So,
Alrighty.
but
then.
anyways, what we're looking at and what we're going to perceive. So you're not going to be here on the 1st.
You still live?
Well, I kind of want to say it to everybody. So we're going to.
Let me check my calendar. I just got done talking with the person I'm going with, and we actually should be back on the 1st. So I should be able to play. I should be back actually the day before, so I should be able to play on the 1st.
Okay. So, all right. So we're still on.
Yes.
So May 1st is the very next episode. Episode 6 will be May 1st, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Twitch. And I hope you all have a great day as we play some D&D on next May 1st. May 1st. Wow. Let's have some fun. Summertime's right around the corner, guys. Let's have some fun.
Loving it.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Good night.
Where'd I go?
All right.
I'm hitting
Oh,
buttons over here like
that's what
crazy.
happened. I was like, his picture went away, and I was just like, what the hell happened?
He was just suddenly
just
gone, so I thought that was it. That we were
And
just
no, he
done.
turned off the camera, and I was like, oh, okay.
I was just clicking. I was like, click, click, click. Oh, shit. Wrong
It's
one.
like my camera just jacked up when I turned it off that first time. I couldn't get it to come back up again. And I was like, well, damn.
I just hit all the X's, and I'm like, oh, shit, not that one.
I mean, even during the break, I tried to close Discord and reopen it, but it still didn't pick up my camera. So